everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disqualified. I am your NXT predictions champion, Trevin, joined as always by our main roster predictions champion, Caleb.
Hola!
And Zach, our cameraman and producer, is behind the camera.
Hello. Yes. We are here to talk about NXT, everyone's favorite show, the best show. Man, it was
A good episode.
Yeah. Especially coming off the stinker that SmackDown had and Raw had.
Yeah. This episode was a breath of fresh air, and in a way, not cool. It's a penultimate episode for Heatwave, but also the go-home episode before their Philly show next week, which their Philly show is also the go-home episode for Heatwave.
Yeah, it is.
It's a busy time in NXT.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in NXT right now. It's an interesting time.
Yes.
I think we're very much in the, I think something is going to happen stage of maybe there's a draft. I hope there's a draft.
Probably some call-ups, yes. From what we mentioned in our last Raw episode, the main roster be stale.
Yeah, it needs some dramatic change up. And to an extent, NXT does, at least for the men's division is kind of lacking right now. The women's division is bloated.
Yes.
It is still bloated with talent.
Yes.
I think you need to move, I'd say maybe 3 or 4 women up.
Yeah.
Still, and then you can have room for more people to breathe.
Yeah, have some people from the NA division maybe move up to the main card.
I think it's definitely so. Ruka's definitely getting called up. They have her eyes on
title.
her. Yeah. Main roster people have their eyes on her, so she's gonna get called up.
Yep.
I don't know if Zarya gets called up. I think Zarya is the one who takes it off of Soul at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone from Fatal Influence goes up unless they break them up.
Yeah.
If they don't break them up, I don't see them changing ranks or changing brands.
And possibly an expedient call-up is one of the participants in our opener match.
Yeah, and our opening match is Nia Jax taking on Lash Legend. Now, this has been built up over 2 weeks' time.
Yep, a little lick back from what happened in the Battle Royale at Evolution. And finally, they come face-to-face in this match.
Yeah.
And it cooked.
Yeah, it did cook. The spot that I'm thinking about was Lash picking Nia up to
slam.
To try to slam her through the announcement table, which I'm like, Lash, you have her facing the wrong direction. Unless you're going to throw her overhead, what are you doing? And, of course, that led to Nia squishing Lash through the table.
Yeah.
Somehow that still wasn't the end of the match.
Nope. We still had a decent bit. Of course, Santi called it the Lyra spot where, Nia's up on the top turnbuckle. Lash is trying to reverse it into a powerbomb, and Nia's just like, Annihilator.
Yeah, no.
And
flattens Lash.
Yep. But she's like, nah, you've put up too good of a fight. I'm going to give you a proper one. Second Annihilator for the 1, 2, 3.
I don't think the one would have put Lash away.
No.
Especially if she survived going through the table, I don't think one Annihilator was enough to put Lash away.
No.
They did a great job at making Lash look like a viable threat for Nia.
Yes.
And Nia did a great job at putting Lash over. Man, Lash is going to be a fucking star on the main roster.
Yup.
She is going to be a star,
The
dude.
pops she's gotten in her Rumble spot in the Battle Royale.
The SmackDown in Raw episode she was on.
Yeah. It's like It's like they have put chips in her and they are making profit.
Yeah, no, they're whatever hands they're putting in, man, it's getting good cash back. Now, surprisingly, the one person that I didn't think was gonna get a somewhat of a character in this group got a character.
So prior to the main event of this night, Dark State gets interviewed, and they're standing around the interviewee, looking all intimidating. You can see it in the interviewer's face. And, you know, they each take turns talking, and then we get to Cutler's turn. And the character they have decided to develop for him is what I only can describe as the white dude hanging out with his black friends.
Zesty ad.
Yeah.
Zesty ad.
And we got Carl.
So I can't remember what exactly he said. Do you know the exact phrase?
I don't remember. It's like we're gonna stomp them, and then they're gonna take, and then we're all gonna take turns on their. Can I get an A? Yeah.
Yeah, I think he said we're gonna finish on top of them, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
Luckily, the one member who hasn't spoken yet cuts him off in Saquon Sugar.
Man, Saquon.
Yeah.
So he is. Here's the thing. I thought he was gonna be the one that got like a significant character.
His character is just I'm here.
It's vibes.
Yeah.
And it works. We were describing it. It's everyone else in Dark State tries to look intimidating all the time. And you just have Saquon sitting there like, bro, I really don't.
Can we just go already?
He's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm just ready to beat ass.
And then I mentioned how each member of Dark State is clicker trained to once their entrance music says, let's go, they book it.
Yeah. I think, so here's how I see it. Unfortunately, I see Osiris, I see Cutler James being the least significant member of the group in the long term, with then it being Osiris, Dion. I think they have a star in Saquon.
Yes, no, like
he just turned 25.
Yeah.
So happy belated.
Yeah. Their debut, everyone was like, I want to learn the name of the dude who's just fidgeting.
Yeah.
Who's the man who can't stand still? And then the first time he opened his mouth, it was 2 sentences, and people were like, he's a star immediately.
Yes. In every single time that they do these big man matches, it usually ends up with the permutation of Javon and him ending up in the match together, and they can just recreate magic from their DPW match.
That is a rivalry that is perfection.
Yes. And you can run it, because I don't think people are going to get tired of it, because I think these two young men are
It's
good.
just like Javon and Oba. We could accept a 100-game series out of Javon and Oba, and we wouldn't be mad.
No. It's all about the way that you can tell the story, and I think that you can go so many different ways. I don't know. I don't think Dark State's going to stay a thing forever. I don't know what is going to be the nail in the coffin, because it's way too early to be breaking them up.
Yes, no.
I think this might be one of the few gimmicks that survive NXT and move on to the main roster, where then they get dissolved.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
Yeah.
We have to be patient, and patient we shall be, because we see them in the main event of NXT. Sorry, I had to go with bars.
Yes. Next up is another promo, and Miss Chelsea Green is feeling threatened, as, you know, I believe it's a mixed tag match with her and Ethan against Tavion, and the mystery female rep helping out Tavion. So Chelsea, along with her secret Hervis, decides to examine and vet the NXT women's locker room. She's like, who's Tavion gonna pick? And, she comes face to face with the Women's Evolve champion, and she's like, you're good, but I don't think Tavion's gonna pick you. She comes up to Carmen, being like, you're Canadian, you get a pass, even if Tavion does pick you. And then we walk and we see Zaruka? It's Hank and Tank disguised as Zaruka as they're trying to throw Dark State off guard, is what they reveal is the reasoning for. They take on a couple different disguises during this episode.
Honk and tonk.
Yeah.
Fellas. I love it.
I love it. I love it.
You're doing what AJ Styles did. It's cinema. It's cinema. Except it's the opposite. Instead of using it to spy on people, you're using it to hide, and it is brilliant.
Yeah.
It's so funny because when I think of main roster stuff, and we haven't talked about this specifically, but when it comes to main roster, I'm like, I'm not a big fan of comedy.
No.
When it comes to NXT, I fucking love the comedy.
I love
for some
it.
reason, man. I think it's because it gives them a chance to actually show what their characters are, who they are as people.
Yes.
And because you're not going to get these big comedy spots.
And that's the thing, is that this is the developmental brand. You're supposed to show your in-ring work, but also half of wrestling is acting.
Yes.
You gotta show your acting range a little bit while you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And this was perfect.
Man. Honk and Tonk are... I can't believe, man. They're not up there. They're not my favorite act on NXT, but they're probably top half.
Yeah. But then Chelsea moves on to who she then has set up with Alba as their opponent is none other than one Kendall Gray.
Yes, who is a U.S. Olympian in freestyle wrestling, or was it I think it was Greco-Roman.
Yeah.
Greco-Roman wrestling.
Yep. So she's like, Olympic background, American. I feel like Tavion might pick you. We gotta take you out, and Alba will do that.
Yeah, so we get that match later, but first, Trevin, I hate to do this to you, but I did not pay attention to this as I was playing 2K. So, I will have you take this one.
So we have one whiny baby and currently on a loser streak, Charlie Dempsey.
Little piss baby.
Yes. Versus, say his name and he appears, one Joe Hendry.
One of these days, he will just show up behind. He will come through the wall like the Kool-Aid Man.
If we get big enough where we can make that happen, that will be a happy day. But today's not that day, unless it is a form of witchcraft. No, okay, we can move on.
Don't make me, I'll try.
Okay, we see this match, and, Ren is playing on ringside. She is playing a bit of a middleman, where she's like, she wants her still teammate currently to succeed, but she's a huge Joe fan, so she's cheering both sides, playing middleman, and eventually Joe picks up the win with a standing ovation for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It was a good technical match too, I will give it credit, but as I mentioned, Charlie's losing streak continues.
And like I said, I was playing NBA 2K25, so it just happens sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes I try to watch, but the matches, especially when they're two people that I'm not really a big fan of in ring wise, like Charlie can go. Don't get me wrong, he is one of the best people in NXT, like in ring technical wise. I just don't find this character interesting.
No, yes, especially with NQCC broken up, he needs to re-find his niche.
I think it could work if they actually make him spiral. Once again, this is the second week post breakup,
Yeah.
so we shall see further down. I think it would be decent to see him spiral.
Yeah. And speaking of spiraling,
Yeah, so, man, this was a slaughter, and not in the way that you think. So, Josh Briggs comes out, and he starts talking.
cut his mic off. Cut his mic off.
Dude, that is the worst thing. That is the worst thing. That is something that you don't want.
That is a death sentence.
Especially in an NXT-like arena, because yes, it is smaller. And yes, it is a more tight-knit crowd. It's held in one location most of the time, so it's a lot of the same people going.
Yes, we refer to it as a super indie. So when the audience that is supposed to know you, that you're supposed to grow on, even when you move up to the main roster, they're praying that some people from that stadium go to your shows once you get called
They're
up.
not praying some. They're praying most of your
Yes.
audience from NXT follows you up.
Yes. If you don't have an audience, you're effed.
Man, I think it's time to put Briggs and Jensen back together.
We don't know what happened with Jensen after the
Jensen's
shot.
still on coconut loops.
Yeah.
So he's in the company still. He's doing the coconut loops, which are their live shows that they do.
Yeah, but
around
ever since
Atlanta
the
area.
chair shot that took him out of the calling, he's been off NXT TV since then.
Yeah.
But yes, but
I think Jensen's thing was, at least in my eyes, because I kind of like Jensen's work, he could never solidify his look. And that's never a good thing either. You need to get a look that at least you can identify with. And I don't think you could identify with anything.
Go back to Discount Posty.
Yeah, Discount Posty worked. I think there was also towards the end, when he was in the calling, where he just wore nothing but just black, all black trunks. And I was like, you're trying to be Stone Cold with hair, with your look, and it doesn't work. I'm like, you could do all black trunks, but the thing is, you need to have wording on the trunks that are in black. As much as I hate what they're doing with the Vision on Raw right now, and a lot of heels, just have actually a lot of people on the main roster just have all black gear right now, and it is atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
Make it stop, just like minimalist design. It is a eyesore.
But Briggs eventually gets out past the chance that he's challenging Yoshiki Inamura to a Philadelphia street fight next week.
Yoshiki comes out and he says, "You're a jackass."
Yeah. How you say in English?
You're a jackass.
Yeah. And then the crowd starts chanting it, and it's like, meh.
You're a jackass. You're a jackass. Yeah, no, bruh. At least he's getting heel reactions, but to turn the mic off,
That's a death sentence. I feel bad for Briggs. Because his moveset ain't bad. Like, he's a good big dude.
He just works better in Hoss fights.
Yes.
Which I think the Yoshiki match is also going to be another good Briggs performance.
Yes.
Whenever he's in... Just go back and watch his match with Oba Femi and I think it was Dominik Dijakovic.
Yeah.
Or no. It was Keith Lee, I think. Never mind. It was Keith Lee, Dominik Dijakovic.
And Josh Briggs.
I believe. That's how long he's been in NXT.
Yeah.
I think that's the match I'm thinking of. I just know that there was a match. No. Was it Oba tricking him?
No.
I don't know. I'll look up the match. I'll remember it next time. I'll tell you about it on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Friday review.
Yeah. Yoshiki accepts the challenge and says, like, while you claim there is no honor in NXT, I
Actually,
am...
Zach, toss me your phone real quick.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, yeah. While Briggs claims there's no honor in NXT, he says, I am glad to have the honor of beating the snot out of you. And a brawl ensues.
Yes, a brawl does ensue.
With Briggs taking out security while he's on the apron, while Yoshiki...
Yeah, no, I did have it right. But it was not Dijakovic, it was Dijak.
Yes.
Because he was going as Dijak at the time.
Back when... Yep, when
Back
he finally
before he got
changed his
released.
name, yeah.
But man, yeah, no, that was a good triple threat. I think that should be a point of viewing if you're going to watch Josh Briggs.
Yeah.
But no, they get into a bit of a brawl.
Yep, and Yoshiki, full extension splash onto Briggs and security, and that's the end of the segment.
I'm scared. I think Briggs might win next week. But, you know, I don't know when they're giving Yoshiki back. I don't know when his... Because in kayfabe, he came back.
Yes.
He went back and he was like, no, I need to go back for Briggs. And he came back.
Yeah.
In the real life contract situation, I don't know when he's back on loan or when he's off loan.
Yes. When he has to go back to Noah or...
Because they loaned him for Tavion and Omos, I believe.
Yes. And we have heard nothing about Omos, and Tavion's obviously back.
And Yoshiki has just been a mainstay for, what, like...
3 months almost.
Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah.
And he's been killing it.
A whole calendar season.
I remember I was like, I don't know about this dude. And then they put him in a match, and I was like,
oh, I like this guy.
No, he's good. And then he's just stuck around. Man, I really hope they give him this.
Yeah.
I really hope they give him this win. But next, we move on to tag team action for the night. It is Lola Vice and Kalani Jordan taking on your women's NXT and your TNA Knockouts champion, JC Jane, and Fallon Henley, representing Fatal Influence with Jasmine Nix at ringside.
Yep. And this match was actually real good.
Man, it cooked. Lola will, of course, be in action Saturday.
Yep, at Triple Mania.
Once again, we are not reviewing, or we are not predicting, but we will review that episode.
Yes.
Because it is kind of cross-brand for us, main roster and NXT.
Yes. And half the card is WWE stars.
Yeah.
We did the math.
Yeah, it is insane.
Yeah.
But man, I'm surprised that Lola and Kalani pick up the win.
Yes, with Kalani Jordan pinning your double champion of JC Jane.
Which has massive implications going forward.
Yep. Because Kalani would technically be able to pick which championship. However, that decision might be funkily uninfluenced as, remember, at Heatwave, JC Jane defends the Knockout Championship in a triple threat.
Yes, against Ash by Elegance.
Yep, and Masha Slamovich.
Also, if you don't know Ash by Elegance, you do. If you know wrestling, or at least like late 2010s to 2020s, she's Dana Brooke. That's just her TNA name. No, I do not understand it either. Too long of a name. If you're someone to buy something, that is too long of a name.
Yeah.
Attention.
Now, on to the match that was set up earlier in the show. We have one Alba Fire versus one Kendall Gray.
Kendall Gray. I saw clips of her in Evolve, and then clips of her doing a dark match. This is why NXT women's division needs to get called up. Because I need more Kendall Gray on my screen.
Yep.
She is great. And Gordon said it last night too, because he was watching it with me. He was like, I think she's a call up to NXT. He's like, I think she can go. Because he's like, I already think Kendall's better than Alba. And I'm like, oh, don't sleep on my demon. Alba Fire can fucking go.
Alba Fire is a sleeper agent.
Man, just go watch any Alba Fire match before she joined before she joined the main roster, pretty much.
Yes.
She did good stuff with Isla Dawn that they let go.
Yeah, her and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn were an amazing tag team to watch. I was glad when they put the titles on them because I'm like, cool, we're gonna get decent matches now of mixed styles. We're gonna get good tag team wrestling.
2 defenses. Done.
And then a month later, one of the former champs released.
Insane work. Also, if you don't know her by Alba Fire, I mean you should, because if you're watching the current product, you should know. Her old gimmick name, which she debuted with, it was Kaylee Ray. You might know her by that name. Her first stint in NXT was fucking amazing.
Yes.
But yeah, so we get this match. Alba Fire is going insane, but Kendall Gray is literally wrestling circles. Not in the terms of like she's just doing better. I mean literal wrestling. She is literally wrestling circles around Alba Fire.
Yeah, no. Whatever they are feeding the Evolve talent, share that with the rest of the roster.
Oh yeah. I don't know if we announced the WWE ID champions.
We did not.
And this is old news,
yes.
But for the men's, your WWE ID champion, your inaugural is Cappuccino Jones of Adrenaline Drip. Watch him. Look up highlights right now.
Is he the guy that wrestles with a coffee cup in his hand?
No. Just look up highlights right now. Make sure your volume's off, but just look up highlights. So he won the men's, and your inaugural women's ID champion is Kylie Ray.
Hey.
Yeah, she picks up the win. Journey woman. But she's pretty good. We shall see where the ID championships go. Yeah. So they are going to take a tour of the indies.
Yes.
And if someone wins the belt off of them, they get an ID contract. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now, after the match concludes with Alba picking up the win, the Secret Hervis and your NXT Canadian North American champion.
Thank you. That goes by the Canadian standard of excellence.
Yep. Ethan Page, all ego, come out and decide that they're not done with Kendall. But before they can finish beating the brakes off of Kendall, Tavion's like, hold up. There's no need for this, because no offense to Kendall Gray, you're great, but I didn't pick her as my partner. I picked this one as my partner.
I picked someone that has done something that no one in WWE has done. And that's win an Olympic gold medalist, of course. Not in terms of everyone. Of course, Kurt Angle won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck, famously. It is the first woman in WWE to win a gold medal in the Olympics. Yep. Tyra May Steele, your season 1 winner of LFG, comes in and Germans everybody.
You get a German suplex. You get a German suplex.
Ethan, you get a German suplex. Man. She had her debut match in NXT a month ago?
Yeah.
Like a month and a half ago. at
It's
this
been a
point.
minute.
And I'm like, they've done more with Jasper Troy and not with Tyra, and I thought they would have done more with Tyra because I thought Tyra was more dynamic in ring. She has a lot of energy with her wrestling that makes it a very entertaining balance.
Yep.
But yeah, so that is set for next week.
Yeah.
It will be Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele taking on your what's her title?
She's not the U.S. title anymore.
Does she even have like an official title she goes
I
by?
don't think so.
So it's just Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
And the NXT Canadian North American champion, Ethan Page. Yeah, that will be a decent mixed tag match. I can't wait to see it. Next, we get your main event of the evening. It is 8-man tag team action. It is Dark State, represented, of course, by Dion Lennox, Osiris Griffin, Cutler James, and Saquon Sugars.
Versus
Team Babyface, represented by TNA's and the System's Moose. You have your two competitors next week for who goes on to face Obafemi at Heatwave. It is Javon Evans and your misspoke. Trick NA champion, your TNA Men's World Heavyweight Champion, Trick Williams, and your NXT Men's Champion, Zach, what's his name?
Obafemi.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, man.
What they feed these 8 people?
Shut up and take my money. Take it. Give. I would give you all the money in my wallet for that, for these 8 men to go at another 8-man. You can supplement Musa if you want. You can give us someone else. What the fuck?
All 8 men were pulling out tag moves.
Bro. And then at the end, Dark State gets the advantage. And they do their tag finisher to literally every single person in the match. Except for your Trick and A champion.
Who walks away from the match.
Man. I'm just saying.
The more he survives, the more it looks like he's the ruler.
But no, like seriously, if you're able to find and watch this match in its entirety, do it.
I mean, look, this is for the U.S. audience. If you can find the match in its entirety, go right ahead. But if you got a VPN and you got Netflix, NXT is on Netflix. I think literally everywhere else.
Yep.
Go watch that match.
Yep, because just a couple highlights. We open with Javon being the legal man for Team Babyface. Dark State tries to cheap shot him continually. Javon beats the brakes off of all 4 men. And then he's like, who wants their licks next? And Moose is like, mind if I get some? And Javon's like, heck yeah. Moose beats the brakes off people.
Moose beats the brakes off people. Who comes in next, Shepin?
Trick then gets his turn. Then Oba gets his turn. And then
things go south.
then things go south. But it turns into an 8-man hoss fight of, as I mentioned, for some reason, Team Babyface had like 5 tag moves prepped. Cinema. But of course, they're not an official team or faction, so there's gonna be a lot of miscommunications.
Yep.
It starts with Javon accidentally cuttering Oba, and then Oba, after recovering, tries to get back in and accidentally uppercuts Javon out of the ring. And then Oba's still trying to stay in it, starts grappling one of the members of Dark State, only for Dark State to realize someone's coming up behind me, slinks out of the way to make Oba eat a moose spear.
And then the numbers game, it sets in.
Yep.
They're up 2 men.
Yep.
So,
They drag Javon, the legal man, back into the ring after Trick leaves. Javon eats the Dark State power bomb.
yeah, like quadruple power bomb.
Yep.
1,
2,
3.
3.
Dark State win, and Trick is looking like he really can't be bothered. He does look shocked that everything went so wrong.
Yes, after it was going so right.
Yeah. But yeah, while he's walking away, out of nowhere, Honk and Tonk bust out of their disguises.
Yep, and start taking the fight to Dark State.
And NXT goes off the air.
Yeah.
Man, what an episode.
What is in the water in the PC?
It's Chef Michaels. He's cooking.
He cooking.
He's cooking. He stays cooking. Yeah, that's it for this episode of NXT, and that's it for this episode of Disqualified.
Woo!
I am your main roster predictions champion, Caleb. That is your NXT predictions champion, Trevin. That is our cameraman and producer behind the camera, Zach.
Hello.
And we will see you next time. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell 3 times when the match is over. Also, for the notifications.
Join the
Because the
club.
mathematics works. You would ring it to get it, ring it to not get it, and then ring it to get it again.
Yes. If you are already getting the notifications.
Do not do this step.
No.
Do not
or do it 4 times, because a brawl's ensuing.
We will see you next time. Thank you for your time, and peace.
Bye!